This is Detroit Sports World. My name is Maurice Lewis. There are teams out there right now trying to get Calvin Johnson to come out of retirement and play for their football team. What is going on right now? What is going on? Calvin Johnson walked away. He is very content in being retired. He has expressed no interest in coming back to the NFL. He is done. So why are teams still trying to get him to come back to the NFL? Is there a possibility that Calvin Johnson might come back? Who knows? But Calvin Johnson has been seen with other NFL teams. He's been in Oakland. He's been with the Miami Dolphins. So who knows? Who knows what Calvin Johnson is entirely thinking at this point? But I can tell you this. Guys like Marshawn Lynch, who retired the same time as Calvin Johnson, he came back, and he's still a workhorse. At age 32, can Calvin Johnson still be the old Megatron that he once was? I think he still has something left in the tank. I think Calvin Johnson's work ethic is just crazy. You can't even match that. I mean, he worked harder than anybody on that field once he touched the field. So it's just kind of crazy to me. But if any team, and I'm just saying, if this were to happen, Calvin Johnson still has a ton of money owed on his contract. I mean, overall, he has $67 million left on his contract. So they'll be picking that up, and annually he was making $15 million. So you know what? Are teams crazy enough to take that chance if this were to happen? I think so, especially if they are a playoff contender. But I don't see personally Calvin Johnson coming out of retirement. I think he's done with football. But this report, there are several reports out there that teams have expressed interest, and obviously they're trying to talk to him and getting him to come back to the NFL. So, I mean, Calvin Johnson is one of the best receivers of all times, and he cut his career short. Me personally, I think he cut his career short is because the Lions organization didn't put talent around him, and they didn't win games. They've only made it to the playoffs maybe a couple times when he was a Detroit Lion, and they never made it past the first round. So, do you blame Calvin Johnson for retiring? I don't. I think they burnt him out. He was targeted a lot. He was the only receiver producing until they started putting talent around him. Matthew Stafford didn't have an offensive line at the time. The Lions still didn't have a run game. And then one year, the Lions had a top 5, arguably top 2 defense in the league along with the Seahawks. So, you know, do you blame Calvin for retiring? He's burnt out. If he was with another team and with his career before he retired, do you think he would have played longer? I think so. But the Lions organization didn't win with him. So, hey, what else do I have to give to this game that I've already given? And more importantly, my health is important. And I think that's what Calvin Johnson was thinking. So, hey, if he's got football left inside of him and he wants to come back, all power to him. Come back. I don't see him playing for the Detroit Lions anymore. But once again, if there's a possibility that the Lions can trade his contract to a team, get a couple second round picks out of it. Get a second round, third round pick out of it. Easily. You can get that trade. You can make that. There's a team that would, there's a team that would give up a second round, third round pick for Calvin Johnson. So, you heard it from me. My name is Maurice Lewis. You can follow me on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Let me know what you think about this video. I'm out.